driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, all my fellow trudgers. I hope you're having a good day. I'll put it here too. Monday, March 11th. Excuse me? How the fuck is that on there? I am not a... Okay. Weird. Okay. Well, hopefully some people join us today. I'm going to kind of need this. I'm going to be in 12 by 12, page 40. Maybe. So I'm trying everything that I can to have a good attitude today. And let's make sure my stuff is working here. Let me just check the audio. I like to do that every now and again. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, but there went my video a little bit. So we'll fix that real quick. Hopefully people will show up and we can do this. Or I could just start crying. Another blank, huh? All right, let's do it. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. All right. 12 steps in 12 directions. And good orderly direction here means God. Page 40. Oh, okay. It's like the beginning of step 4. That doesn't sound like step 4. That sounds like step 3. I'm going to go back just a little bit. Come on, people, get your asses on here. And start at the top of page 39. So how exactly can the willing person continue to turn his will and his life over to the higher power? He made a beginning, we have seen, when he commenced to rely upon AA for the solution of his alcohol problem. By now, though, the chances are that he has become convinced that he has more problems than alcohol and that some of these refuse to be solved by all the sheer personal determination and courage he can muster. They simply will not budge. They make him desperately unhappy and threaten his newfound sobriety. Our friend is still victimized by remorse and guilt when he thinks of yesterday. Bitterness still overpowers him when he broods upon those he still envies or hates. His financial insecurities worry him sick, and panic takes over when he thinks of all the bridges to safety that alcohol burned behind him. And how shall he ever straighten out that awful jam that cost him the affection of his family and separated him from them? His lone courage and unaided will cannot do it. Surely he must now depend upon somebody or something else. At first, that somebody is likely to be his closest AA friend. He relies upon the assurance that his many troubles, now made more acute because he cannot use alcohol to kill the pain, can be solved too. Of course, the sponsor points out that our friend's life is still unmanageable even though he is sober. That after all, only a bare start on AA's program has been made. More sobriety brought about by the admission of alcoholism by the attendance at a few meetings is very good indeed, but it is bound to be far cry from the permanent sobriety and a contented, useful life. That is just where the remaining steps of AA program come in. Nothing short of continuous action upon these as a way of life can bring the much desired result. Then it is explained that the other steps of AA program can be practiced with success only when step 3 is given a determined and persistent trial. This statement may surprise newcomers who have experienced nothing but constant deflation and a growing conviction that human will is of no value whatever. They have become persuaded, and rightly so, that many problems besides alcohol will not yield to a headlong assault powered by the individual alone. But now it appears that there are certain things which only the individual can do. All by himself, in the light of his own experience, he needs to develop the quality of willingness. When he acquires willingness, he is the only one that can make a decision to exert himself. Trying to do this is an act of his own will. All the 12 steps require sustained and personal exertion to conform to their principles, and so we trust in God's will. Hi, Amber. Yay, somebody made it. And that worked out well because this is where the reading is. So it is when we try to make our will conform with God's that we begin to use it rightly. To all of us, this was a most wonderful revelation. Our whole trouble had been the misuse of willpower. We had tried to bombard our problems with it instead of attempting to bring it into agreement with God's intention for us. To make this increasingly possible is the purpose of AA's 12 steps, and step 3 opens the door. So when we decide to stop fighting our problems and conform and agree with them, that's when the changes start to take place. And that's when things can start to get done. Once we have come into agreement with these ideas, it is really easy to begin the practice of step 3. In all times of emotional disturbance or indecision, we can pause, ask for quiet and stillness, simply say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, not mine, be done. There's sometimes things happen, like today something happened and I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, because money always fucking wins. But there's reasons for it. I'm sure that there's reasons for it. I don't know what they are. I don't always need to know why. It helps, but sometimes we do things based on faith alone. There is no answer. There's no proof in the pudding. There's no solution. But yet we can still act on faith. And that's what I'm doing today, because I'm not very happy with people. No. All I have to do is look back at my past to see where my self-will has led me. I just don't know what's best for me, and I believe my higher power does. God, which I define as good orderly direction, has never let me down, but I have let myself down quite often. Using my self-will in a situation usually has the same result as forcing the wrong piece into a jigsaw puzzle: exhaustion and frustration. Step 3 opens the door to the rest of the program. When I ask God for guidance, I know that whatever happens is the best possible situations. Things are exactly as they're supposed to be, even if they aren't what I want or expect. God does for me what I cannot do for myself if I let him. All right, now I think I'm going to let him, and he can do all the fucking work. And be honest, I'm tired of giving of my time to be pooped upon. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with you, Amber. I'm not unhappy with you. This isn't the arena to bring it up, so it's just life on life's terms, and it shouldn't be surprising. I mean, I knew there was a chance. I knew there was money involved. I was hoping people would make the right choice, but money always trumps. Money always trumps. And I'm going to tell you now, this is the way I see it. I feel like my time is worth more money than anybody else, than any money in this fucking world. Because you cannot put a fucking price tag on a human life. Tired of it. I really am. I'm at a point where it's like, fuck it. Good luck. That won't happen. It's just how I feel. So, and I'm trying to have I woke up, last time I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have a better attitude, and then I get news, and it's not news, and that's through text, and I think I'm worth more than that. I'm worth more than a text. Tired of people wasting my fucking time. Tired of it. Right. I'm going to try and hit a meeting. Problem is, all noon meetings fucking irritate me. I'll try. All right. I'm going to get a better attitude. I'll come back later. All right. I love you all. Peace out. And have a day.